No. Oh, I'm live. I didn't mean to go live. Can I go live? Let's just go live. Oh, this is going to happen right now. Okay, that's fine. Shoot. All right, we're doing this. We are here. We're live. Can we stop going live? Maybe that's the way to do this. No, we're just going to keep going. Okay. How you doing, Comic Fam? It's me. It's Comic Tom. I hit the live button by mistake. It was supposed to be going live here in 10 minutes, but we're going to go live now because it's the pre-show. It's the pre-show, and I'm really excited about it being the pre-show. For one, it means that the video's done. The top 10 list is on its way to you. I haven't even checked to see if CBI dropped it. CBI. Isn't that CSI? CSI. We get the list from CSI. It's not no, not Law and Order. All right, let's see here. CBSI. All right, this is what happens when you accidentally click the button. But you know what? We're here. Thank you to everybody who joined me. I don't even have the chat up. That's how prepared I am right now. But just bear with me while I get you guys pulled up here. Thank you for joining me. And we're just going to roll with it. Why? Because it's the pre-show. And you know what? Sometimes that's how it goes on the pre-show. Okay. I am live. So that's cool. We are going to put that chat over here. Awesome. Popping out the chat. Oh my goodness. Good to see everybody. Alrighty then. Oh, all right. We have everybody here. Kiprick Moore, Ryan Arkins, Connecting Comics. Hey there, Mr. Gurrell. Ruben, good to see you. Juan Gonzalez. Thank you so much, Michael Case, Travis, Clifton, everyone for joining me today. It's a good day. And did CBSI drop the list? They did. Oh, we're in business. Okay. I typically don't like to start the pre-show until I know the list can be posted. And you know what? It can be because they posted on their website. So that means I can take a look at the video, see an ETA of when I can post that, and we're good. Okay, this is the pre-show. It's 4:04. The goal is to be off the mic by 4:15. 420. We're going to actually, let's round it up to 420 giggity, and we're going to post the hot 10 list. I am going to be doing a show tonight with Comic Corpse. The link is in the description. They're going to be chatting about a bunch of stuff. I've been told that they like to go off the rails, and so you may get some conversations. Improvisations may be a better word to use there, but we're supposed to talk about Overstreet Price Guide. There's going to be a number of us, and it's going to be my first time joining them. And I'm excited because Bueller's going to be there, who also has a show tonight. His starts at 5:30. So that's why I got to get off the mic here by no later than 4:20, so that when I post the video, you have ample time to watch the hot 10 list and then get ready because Bueller's going to be entertaining you guys. And then you got Comic Corpse tonight. Oh, that's great. Oh, and we can't forget about Lords of the Long Box. Of course, we can't forget about them either. No. Hold on. It's Friday. I'm all screwed up. No Lords of the Long Box tonight. That's they're on Wednesdays. All right. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, and we got Bueller here. Thank you so much. We got AKA Mr. Bolo. Be on the lookout. I like that people are now figuring out that BOLO stands for be on the lookout. That also took me a little bit of time there. But the fact that I'm hearing that said by so many members of the community, it means that AKA Mr. Bolo is being introduced to a lot of new members of the community. So that's awesome. So everyone's getting to know him. I've been friends with Jack over at CBSI and for quite a while now, since we've been doing the top 10 list, doing videos, and he's a great human being, awesome comic book collector, and he's really entertaining. He's been on Simple Man's Comics a bunch, covering his Be on the Lookout list, and you can check that out on Instagram. He puts together a nice little list of his stuff that he thinks are worth taking a look at. Some stuff that may pique your interest, some stuff that you may want to buy or possibly not want to buy. But he puts it together and does it consistently, which is what makes it a very cool thing. Because if he does it consistently, then you get it every week, we get it every week, and then you can count on it. And whatever value you get from it, you can rely on it. And that's what makes it a very valuable tool. So shout out to Jack, and thank you to CBSI, because of course we're doing the pre-show for the top 10 list, which is out on CBSI's website right now. We are going to be covering all these comics that they mentioned this week. And I'm super excited to do it because we have some surprises on there. It's some monkeying going around, and I'm excited. I'm super stoked. We also had, let's see here. We have Michael Case here. He's saying, duh, Bolo, community knowledge. Come on, be on the lookout. How do you not know? It's just one of those things because the T isn't there. So you like, I imagine people are going to be on the, oh, it can't be that. And then they abandon that train of thought, but not anymore. People know. Oh my goodness, people know. All right. This is what we got right now. I want to chat about a couple things. One, we have a couple updates. I am down an editor. I've let the community know that. It means that we're pumping out a little bit less content throughout the week. One or two shows less, or possibly one or two more live shows get done. I am working on getting things caught up. Right now, my focus is making sure everything is, on track, and then videos that you're expecting are coming out on time, and that orders are going out on time, and the customer service side of everything that we do here is being taken care of. So right now that's the focus. A little bit less content, but we also have new shows that are being put together. We have a number of shows, actually, good number. I mentioned Bueller, who is going to be joining me on the mic every Tuesday. We got a fun show that we are planning. Then we have our live show on Wednesday. And since the snow has settled, it's melting. They actually snowplowed my entire neighborhood yesterday, and there is snow probably 6 feet tall, 7 feet, like on the sides of the roads, because that's how much snow was in our driveway, covering our cars. Ryan should be able to make it out here this weekend to record content, and he should be here this Wednesday to be back on the live show like normal. But he's hustling. He's working at the hotel. He's had to stay there overnight because the roads have been so bad. So I do appreciate him for all the work he's done this last year. And Ryan, stay safe out there. But the community wants you back alive on the mic. I hear you. I've gotten the feedback. But Bueller rocked the house this week. Bueller rocked the house, and super excited. That's been also really, really, really good feedback. He actually helped me out on Wednesday and joined me for our live show because Ryan was stranded, and we did a great show. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. He actually made me laugh out of my chair, so you don't want to miss that. And we chat about what we're going to be doing this next week. So Tuesday, Bueller and I are going to be putting together a new live show. I hope everybody joins us. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be on time. I promised Bueller I'd be doing it on time. Heck, today I'm early. I'm totally on plan. The first 5 minutes of this show has been me fumbling around, but I digress. We move on forward because we have our live show on Wednesday. And then I've been chatting with my pops, comic pops, my dad, my father, and he is interested in doing some fun stuff. And we also have another show planned out, getting into some new stuff. I don't want to say anything just yet about some of the new shows, but it's going to be more stuff with my dad. Erin's got some stuff that she's going to be doing with us that I'm super excited about. And yeah, other than that, I want to talk about Robert Pattinson. All right. So thank you to everybody who's joining me for the pre-show. This is the show that I do right before I post the top 10 list. We have a couple super chats here. People helping me keep the boat afloat, keeping things going. Perry Comics, thank you, my man. Thank you. You're buying me lunch today. Perry, that $10 is buying me lunch. I've been editing since very, very early. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then we also had another super chat from Comic G-Man. Oh, hey, Tom, got my very first LCS ever. Russ. Hey, that's so cool. That is a very, very nice thing. For those of you who don't know, Russ got his keys today to his new building. This guy has been operating a comic book store in a state where we've actually lost some of the longest running comic book stores in the PNW in the last 2 years. He's successfully run a comic book store for over 5 years out in Mill Creek that is located literally on the other side of the highway behind a 7-Eleven. Like if you're driving on the road and you look to the right, you see a 7-Eleven. And then you have to go into the 7-Eleven parking lot, go on the side of the building, go all the way behind the building, and then you see Mill Geek Comics. Destination shop. He moved today because he's killing it. He's packing the house every week, providing a great value to his customers in the Mill Creek area, getting a much bigger space. Super excited for him. And he was able to provide more value because he actually has the opportunity to serve the community out of the state, those who don't have an LCS. And he started a Patreon. So if you don't have an LCS nearby, that's very important. Always give your LCS and obviously your local small businesses your business first before you give it to me, before you give it to Russ, especially before you start a shelf. We want to make sure that we encourage our LCSs to get your business first. And if you had a bad experience, go give them a second try. If you had a really bad experience, heck, give them a third try. It's not easy doing the comic game at a brick and mortar. And it's very important that you just keep giving them a try. But if you don't have an LCS, you're out of country, or you're fed up with it and you're not buying comics anymore and you need a new shop, Russ can be your shop. You can hit the link in the description, as Comic G-Man did, and he'll start you a shelf. And being a patron on his page is $10 a month, and you get free shipping on your pull list. So essentially, you cover your shipping for whatever you get, and Russ becomes your new LCS, your comic book guy. And Comic G-Man is the newest patron member. So thank you so much for your super chat as well. We have Comics with Bueller also providing me a super chat who says, I hope everyone enjoyed the show Tom and I did Wednesday night. It was a blast. And more to come every Tuesday. I don't know why I had a pause there, but I was excited to read it. All right, Comics with Bueller. Thank you so much, my brother. And I will talk to you very soon. Okay, here we go. So this is what we got. We have a show today that I want to talk about. I want to get your opinions on something. So Robert Pattinson, it's been discussed. This is something that DC does. Okay. Let's review some things that DC does, but I just said Robert Pattinson there. We're talking the Twilight guy. We're talking, this person, this actor. I want to know what your thoughts are, because right now it is going crazy. The internet's going crazy saying that he needs to be the next Batman, because he's like in line to do it. Like it's one of those DC moves where they say, hey, let's just leak some info, tell a couple press, some stations here, some websites, and see what they say. Let's see what the community thinks. And then of course there was a ton of people freaking out, people making memes about Twilight, people making memes about Ben Affleck, because really it's, if you don't like that idea, then you think about, well, why are we even talking about that? And then you think about the decisions that DC Comics has done in regards to the character of the Dark Knight. And then you start thinking of Superman, and then you start thinking of Suicide Squad, and then you start thinking of, oh my goodness, what are they doing? But I wanted to hear what your thoughts were, because personally, I'm a huge fan. Personally, I think that would be really, really cool. And I want to know from the community what your thoughts are about Robert as Batman. Now, the first thing I want to chat about as far as him as an actor, and someone actually said it already. We have New Comic Smell, which, by the way, fantastic name. There is something to be said about the smell of new comic books. But anyways, Pattinson would be awesome. He's a good actor. Twilight aside, LOL. So the thing about Twilight that I think was really funny, that I laugh about, is that, for one, I didn't care for it. I read the first and second Twilight, part of the third. I watched the first two movies, but I didn't watch any of the other ones. I just couldn't do it. But what I can say is I read it, and I read the second one, and I was definitely entertained enough to continue reading the books. When they came out, it was a thing. I remember working at the bank, and I was a teller, and I would read it on my lunch breaks. And when I say read, I don't actually read books. I do Audible. That's how I do it. But anyways, I remember being like, okay, Twilight aside, whatever. Okay, this is an interesting thing. It's not really my jam, but I was entertained enough to read it. Kept my interest. And then I saw the movies and was like, okay, this isn't really for me. Not a huge fan. However, his character, Robert, he's an interesting person, because my favorite thing about Twilight, and I'm a fan of Blue October, who Justin, the singer, Blue October toured with Stephanie Meyer. Stephanie Meyer is the writer's name. They toured, and out of all of the stuff that happened with Twilight and all the different people involved and the stuff I liked, stuff I didn't like, the one thing that I liked the most about the whole franchise and everything was Robert's reaction and his own opinion of his own performance and his opinion of the series, which is the funniest thing that I remember seeing at that time. I remember watching compilation videos on YouTube before compilation. This is a pretty long time ago. Twilight's pretty old now. We're talking over 8 years now. So this was a time where YouTube videos were starting to emerge, and you would get people who would go on and just cut up videos and piece them together. So anyways, This was a video compilation of all the different interviews that he did talking about his character and how terrible of a character it was and how terrible of a story this is and how just like it just doesn't make sense. And it's like, why would my character do this? Why do I always look stoned all the time? Like all of these random funny little things that you think about as the audience member who may not care for it as much. You see the actor who got paid to do it, who has every reason to be like, this is the best movie and the pinnacle of writing and they were changing cinema. And he's just being straight honest, saying this is all crap. I just remember going, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to make another one of these. Oh, they're gonna make me do 4 of these movies. Like, and he's doing this live on camera, and it's hilarious. So if you haven't watched that and you don't like the idea of this person being Batman because of his acting job in Twilight, I encourage you to actually see him as a person. Look up on YouTube those compilation videos, and then you're gonna go, oh, he's like me in thinking that the stuff that is done in Twilight is garbage as well, or just like not a really good way to base his acting on. And then you'll go, oh, okay, he's kind of a cool person. He's kind of a relatable person. And then you think, wait a minute, imagine him as Bruce Wayne. He's got he looks like a rich, powerful type of character, you know? I mean, in Twilight, and it's a terrible example, but in this particular movie we're talking about that he didn't do so well, he played a very, very powerful character as a lead and stuck through for 4 movies. So anyways, I'm excited to see characters like this, mostly because we look at the types of actors that they've been putting into these roles as of late. Maybe not types of actors, but just like the types of genres these movies have become. And it's so Transformers like. It's so just action superhero movie, give us your money. And getting a different twist. A twist is like, I'm excited for this new Joker movie. A lot of people aren't excited about it, but I think this would be equivalent to that twist. It's something so different that, you know what, nothing else is this, like nothing's been working. So why don't we try a twist? Why don't we try something really unique and see if we get gold out of it? Because that's how you get good storylines. We're already talking Elseworld stuff that's happening. We're talking about a Joker origin movie that's going to come out. That's probably going to be out of continuity. So why not start having legit, like, you know, let's go back to the Nolan verse. Like, let's, like, not literally, but that type of style of storytelling and movies and just a couple movies. You do 1, 2, maybe a third one, and that's it. Maybe just 1 or 2. And maybe this Joker origin story is the only one we get. And maybe it's a really good movie and they can just focus on doing something truly unique. I don't know, but I want to know your thoughts. You know, we have Ryan Atkins who says he's just not physically large enough for the role. Yeah, Bruce is definitely a bulkier person, but I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, you don't take on a role like Batman or Superman or one of these like god-like characters without being ready to just like sacrifice a year of your life plus. I mean, he does that role. You have to think that this is an actor who, or rather any actor who takes a role like that is going to think this may be my role that I do for the next decade. This may be the role I do forever. I mean, if you do Batman, you can Ben Affleck it and just not do well and you'll never do Batman again. Or you can do it so well that the next, you Tony Stark it and now they won't let you stop regardless of how old you are, so I don't know, I wouldn't put it past them. We're talking a lot of money that would go into paying someone to take on a role like that. And yeah, we've seen actors transform their bodies, and what a better way to get people engaged and to get people excited about how you're going to portray a superhero than to take this doubt and then prove everybody wrong. Or they don't do that, and you get like our most recent rendition of Lex Luthor in cinema, which is just so sad. But anyways, that's kind of what I was thinking. I kind of like the idea, but let's see here. We have Tony Miles. He says he does have a preference, but he thinks DC needs to right the ship of their movie franchises. So that's cool. It's interesting to see that there's actually a lot of people who are like, you know what, maybe not. So that's actually pretty cool. Joshua Ellis. Joaquin Phoenix was born to play Joker. Robert Pattinson is no bueno for the Dark Knight, especially a dark noir Batman. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, first off, I think that Joaquin Phoenix, like, absolutely, that is a very, very good actor. There's actually a handful of incredibly underrated films, and one that comes off just right off the cuff, and I know it's on Netflix right now. It's called Her. I I think that's what it's called. It's called Her, and it has Scarlett Johansson. She plays a computer, so you just hear her voice throughout the movie, and you also have Joaquin Phoenix and Chris Pratt. Ooh, that's in the movie too. That's pretty cool. Wow, a bunch of like actors who play superheroes are in this movie, but the movie is all about AI, and it's largely a movie just based around Joaquin Phoenix talking to himself, and you get a really good you see his range. His range is huge, and it's that guy can act. And you know what? We need A-list actor playing Joker. We need someone who can really do it. Because I swear, if this doesn't work out, and we have now two Jokers that have hit the screen in the last decade that are just that personally, I'm a fan of Jared Leto. That's okay to me, but by far more people are not okay with that rendition of the Joker. He's as of this last week, there's talk about him never doing Joker again. That's also in the press as well as all this other stuff that we're chatting about. But if we have two bad Jokers, oh, can you imagine? At this point, it's going to get to the point where they're just going to go screw it. We actually have to just retcon everything and get the guy who's doing it at Gotham to do this damn Joker because nobody else can do it but him apparently. So that could be cool. You never know, right? But no, I'm actually have high hopes for Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's a incredible actor, and if it doesn't do well, it's going to largely be because of the script. It's going to be because of the style of Joker, and unfortunately, that's a character that's oof. It's not an easy one to play because every single person who goes into it, they basically have to do method acting for it. It's like that important of a role. I remember that was a regular conversation about Jared Leto and his adaptation of the character and just how much he went about pretending to be the Joker in his everyday life and just being a really, really weird creep in public just to get people's reaction to perfect his laugh. Now, I find that kind of stuff interesting, but I wonder what Joaquin Phoenix is doing. That's the kind of stuff I think about because we don't have any information about what he's doing. We don't know what we're going to get. That could be good or bad. What I can say is that when Suicide Squad 1 hit the theaters, that movie, like the one thing that everyone walked away from as far as the critics, it was like the editing job just changed the movie. That there's different renditions of this film. And if you've ever edited videos, you would know that the way you edit something together, you can make it sound and do really, really whatever you want. And at the end of the day, you can change the whole feeling of a movie. And with the Suicide Squad 1 being such a downer in the comic community, it was a bummer to hear that many critics said that the first part of it, like the first edit of the film was much better, and that they didn't use hardly any of the takes that Jared Leto did as the Joker. So what we do know is that particular actor took the job very seriously. I want to know what Joaquin Phoenix is doing. I want to see more. I'm excited to see more. I'm all about more of the Batman universe, or rather the DC universe, but specifically Gotham City, Batman characters. At this point, I've seen the Lizard on the screen from in Marvel, the Marvel Universe Lizard on the screen. I've seen okay, so let me rephrase that. Hold on, let me back that up. Because how many times have we seen Lizard on screen? Only once. Yeah, we've only seen him once. We've seen so many rendition of Marvel characters already that it's like I want to see rendition of Batman characters now in 2019. I want to see what we can do in cinema, like now in this moment with DC, huge DC characters, and we just haven't seen it yet. Anyways, let's keep it rolling. Comic. Bam. Oh, it's 4:25. We're already overdue. We got to get rolling. I want to know what everyone thinks about Robert Pattinson. Please put your answers in the comment box below. If you're not live, if you're not with us live, make sure you comment below because I want to look at it, and then we're going to continue the conversation later on. We have Connecting Comics. He says, "Give Earth's heroes a break before new Batman. Time for some Green Lantern Blackest Night." Oh, Connecting Comics. Thank you so much for that super chat. And you know what? I bet Ryan would believe you, rather agree with you. He would agree with you most definitely. Who else is excited for Doom Patrol? Oh, that's going to be so cool. Draven 4808 says, "Hey, Tom, do you think they'll ever get a Crow reboot?" I hope so. I really do. I really do. One of my all-time favorite movies. Probably I would call it one of my Desert Island movies. I watch that movie more often than I than I think. Sometimes like, oh, when was the last time I watched that movie? Oh, I watched it like 2 months ago. I just throw it on. I have it on DVD still from like when I was little. I still have the same one. I just throw it on the DVD player. All right. I think that Robert Pattinson can pull it off, says Comic G Man. Interesting stuff. I like that. I think he could do. Ooh, Huff House Art says he'd rather see an Immortal Hulk movie. I would rather see an Immortal Hulk like TV show. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know if they can do that with that kind of CGI, but with the style of Immortal Hulk is so like Tales from the Crypt type of like just OG Golden Age horror storytelling, just Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing. What a cool like episodic series that could be, and all like horror and scary and monster like. That'd be so dope. Oh, that how dope would it be, as New Comic Smell says, we do Ed Norton Immortal Hulk miniseries. That is the answer. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, that would be so cool. People would freak the hell out. Can you imagine if Marvel did that? Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out of my head thinking about that. All right, how do we make that happen? Okay, I don't know. I don't think we can. I don't think we have the power to do that, but we do have the power to release this hot 10 list because we have it here. Oh, take a look at this. Aloha, Big Tom. I'm excited to get my Knights of Golden Sun #1 variant. That's from Kamen Rider V3. For those of you who don't know, we have one other thing, two things I got to mention before we're going to release the top 10 list. It's right here in front of me. I'm going to post it here in a second. I want everyone to go check it out. And you're going to want to comment on that video for sure, because we have CBSI who has 2 copies of Knights of the Golden Sun. They actually have a variant that they got made, and there was only 250 copies that they got printed, and they have donated 2 of them to the show, so we can send out 2 copies to the comic book community. And this top 10 has that giveaway announced, so you're going to want to make sure to comment on that video when it gets posted, because actually funny little thing in the video, I mentioned, oh, and if you want to buy your copy, he'll go in the description. I'm going to put the link below so you can go buy your own. If you want to just buy a copy directly from CBSI, because they're so low print. By the time I edited that part, I look at my phone and they're sold out. CBS already sold out of their variants. So Jack, congratulations. That is so cool. We were just chatting about like, oh, are they going to like it? Oh, I hope the community likes it. It's so cool. It's so cool. Obviously the community was super supportive, and it's cool to see an independent comic book work with the collector's market, as well as CBSI, which is much larger than just a website. It's a community, over 4,000 people now, because I'm counting the Instagram, I'm counting the Facebook, I'm counting the Google Plus that's still around. So shout out to everybody there, and thank you to the Knights of the Golden Sun peeps who provided it. 27 hours with no promo, they sold out those books. That is amazing. Well done. And I know a good chunk of those proceeds. He posted it, but a part of the proceeds of the book, every one of these that sell, there's a piece that goes out to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Help me out there, Jack. I want to make sure I say that right. But it's cool. They're donating, and sending out some really cool comics, and we are sending out to the comic fam who comment on our video. So this is going to be going up. That's super exciting. And one last thing. I have one more thing to ask, or to ask the comic book community. Aside from hitting the like button, because we have 180 people here. Oh my goodness, it's the pre-show. What's going on? Hit that like button for me, please. That's so dope if you did that. It helps get our channel viewed today. I just, we're going to put this video out. I want people to see it. We have one other option. We have a couple. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? We have a couple updates. All right. First update. Today's the last day to sign up for the mystery mail call. The 15th. It shuts off at midnight. This is the batch with the 181. All of them are prepackaged, all randomized. Half the batch has gone out. No one's claimed it yet. However, about a fifth of the community posts it online, so I haven't heard anything. As soon as I hear something, I'll make sure to say something to the community. If someone has gotten it, we like to let everybody know. So there's no upset feelings, and that information is withheld because if someone posts it, I like to repost it and show everybody that books are going out. So we have today, midnight is the last hour of the day that you can sign up for the mystery mail call and reserve your February box. Then we're going to be taking enrollment for March as of tomorrow. The 15th is also the last day to post your box on Instagram from the month prior. we do a bonus box, and we actually been doing 2 bonus boxes now for the last couple months. For anyone who posts their box on Instagram, I do a separate raffle and I announce the winners on the 16th. And we have 2 boxes. We have a graded uh, Ghost number 9 signed, and that's the first preview of Nailbiter. It's a hot book, true first, and we also have the first appearance of the new Rorschach in the new Doomsday Run, and that's graded at 9.8 as well. We have Mobster Graveyard, a full run of each going out as well, and one of them is signed. Some Choice X-Men, some Dark Phoenix. You can see it all on Instagram. I already posted the pictures of all the comics. How can you enroll? You go to geekstreet101.com, you sign up for the mystery mail call, and when you get your box, you post it on Instagram. And at the end of that next month, I do a raffle for those who posted. And we, like I said, we have about a fifth of the community that posts. So there's actually really good ratios for you to get a good, an extra bonus box on top of the one you get. All right. And then the last thing. Oh yeah. Kamen Rider V3, Iron Man 55 too. That's right. Do I have it here? Where is it? No, I don't have it. I thought the Iron Man 55 was right next to me. No, Iron Man 55 goes out in March. So that's going to be the big key for next month. We try to have at least one big key that will really, really excite someone. One of those like grails throughout the year that you would hope you get. But then we also do a lot of other stuff because we have a lot of members. We'll make sure everyone's happy. So we are going to be doing an Iron Man 55 next month. So yeah, you want to, if you're gunning to get a March box, you want to sign up starting tomorrow if you're new to the community. Last thing, but not least, I want to remind everybody, someone had asked about it, and I just want to give a quick little reminder, because if you don't mention it, it just kind of gets forgotten about. But if you are not a member of the Mystery Mail Call, if you're not interested in signing up and getting more comics, and if you're still looking for a way you can help support the show, we do have another way you can do it. If you buy comic books off eBay, very simple. There's a link in every video that we put up, and it says, what does it say? Support our show by buying off eBay. We don't get any information about your purchase. We just get half the eBay fee. And then there's a link. What that does is it just routes you to eBay, and anything you buy within the hour, rather than eBay getting the full fee, we get half. We don't get any of the info. It just literally, we get half the fee. So you're either going to pay eBay, or you can help support the show. It's very simple. You can save that link to your homepage. And yeah, we'd appreciate it if you did. If you're already going to buy comic books off eBay, I always like to remind everybody, hit up that LCS. Heck, look up on Instagram. Try to make relationships here, here within the community. You can find really cool dealers that you don't even have to worry about, because they'll build good trust, they get good recommendations, and you can keep it off sites that take upwards of 20% fee cuts. But if you're gonna buy something off eBay, and you know what, we all do, a lot of us do. I just bought some stuff off eBay yesterday. Some things you're gonna get off eBay. If you click that link, you can directly help support us and help keep this boat afloat. We want to make a lot more content for you. We have a lot of new shows planned, and we are I'm trying to keep it up, trying to keep everything going, and just help support the community. So anyways, we do appreciate your time today, Comic Fam. The top 10 list is going out, and let's actually, why don't we just post it right now? All right, your top 10 list is out. Thank you, comic book community. I will see you very soon.